Hello, everyone. Good to be back. Right now, we have with us a food and nutrition professor. We have Divya Rawat here. Let's listen to her. Over to you, Divya.
Thank you so much, Professor Subodh, for having me and providing me this platform where I can reach out to many people who would be listening to our today's session. And I am Divya Rawat. I am from a small town in Uttarakhand, Srinagar Garhwal, which is a beautiful town nestled in the uh, beautiful valley of Himalayan region. And I did my schooling from Srinagar. After that, I went to Banasali Vidped for pursuing my undergrad. Later, I did my postgrad from Banasali itself. And because I was in love with Banasali, so I decided why not to pursue PhD. So I pursued PhD in food science and nutrition. And later, after PhD, I started my academic career. And the first university where I got placed just after I submitted my thesis was Quantum University, which was in Roorkee. I served there for 1 year as a founding faculty member for the School of Health Sciences in the Quantum University. And later I got the wonderful opportunity to serve UPES University, which is located in Dehradun. And again, I was the founding faculty for School of Health Sciences and Technology over there. And I led nutrition and dietetics department for 5 years. And yesterday only was my last working day with UPES. So technically today, while we are talking, I am jobless, but not hopeless. So now moving further in my career further stepping into the next ladder of my career. So that's all about me.
So was that a contract appointment or something like that? A contract appointment? What happened? Or you don't want to share it? What happened here?
So because my husband is posted in Delhi and it was a long distance relationship for last few years. Yeah. So finally I decided that it's better that I move to Delhi and we stay together. And that's the reason. Otherwise, I wouldn't have left this wonderful university.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, thank you. That really explains it very well. All right, but let's hear from you.
Yeah. So, as you said earlier, while we started this chit chat, that I am basically a nutritionist. I did my doctorate in food science and nutrition because since my childhood, I had a passion for food, nutrition, because my father, he's now retired. He was a sports coach, and he always made sure that we don't eat anything which is bad, junk, and he was the one who introduced me and my brother, who is currently serving Indian Army. And so he trained us, and he had inculcated the habit where we used to eat homegrown food and even the Bonvita. Today you hear people are talking about label padega India and not eating junk food, packed food. But in early 90s, my father, he decided that we won't be eating Bonvita. We never had access to bread, Maggie, on all these kind of stuff, because we are from a small place in Uttarakhand. So, and also 2023, which the last year was declared as International Year of Millets. And I was surprised that so many people were not aware about millets. However, we were lucky and fortunate that we were eating millets since our childhood. We were having millet roti and millet in every form. And my father used to prepare a premix of different pulses and spices and herbs to prepare certain drinks for us. And that's how my interest for nutrition, nutrition and dietetics was more, I inclined toward nutrition and dietetics, and hence I decided why not to pursue my doctorate degree in this field and learn more and be able to contribute to others and be able to help them in improving their health through medicine. So that's about my doctorate degree and how I landed up doing PhD in food science and nutrition.
Okay, but there's a lot more to it than just telling us this briefly. So tell us more. What is it that you actually do in your work? What are your key messages in practical terms? And what does your academic research tell us?
So while growing up, because again, as I said, that it was a small town, and my initial years were spent, because my mom now she is also retired, but I have spent my initial years with my mom. She was posted in a small village, Sumadi in Pori district. So I had lovely opportunity, I would say, to spend initial 4 to 5 years in a village, and I was able to see the life over there. And somehow the present work which I am doing in my career is significantly influenced by my early childhood days. So presently, I work in outreach activities. My main forte, you can say, is working with these small scale farmers, basically who are in Uttarakhand, because I am in Dehradun currently. So I am working with the farmers of Pauri Garhwal district and Dehradun and Chamoli district. So I have made a small self-help group where I have asked all the small farmers to come up together, and whatever produce they have, if they want to sell it, and because they don't get good profit margin because it is in small quantity, so I introduce them to the potential customers. In my university, I have a group of my friends who buy from these farmers. A few of our university housekeeping staff who grow all these basic things like spices. It could be turmeric, some garlic, and whatever they produce. So I think why to buy from market, which is packed, adulterated. Lately, we had heard a lot of news where many potential brands who are serving spices have been raided for adding something which is not healthy for us. So that is what I do. Also, 3 years back, I started working on menstrual hygiene. So I have distributed, personally, when I started with my pocket money, and I distributed 30 menstrual cups to the housekeeping staff of my university. And because I was myself using menstrual cup and I believe in sustainability, so I thought, why not give it to those who really need it? And I was so happy that I was able to influence the life of those 30 female housekeeping staff at UPES University. And later, when the organization came to know about this initiative, they helped me. And together with UPES, I was able to distribute, around 400 plus menstrual cups to the female faculties, staff, and villagers in the nearby locality, and sensitize them on menstrual hygiene. And still it is going on. I always carry those cups in my car wherever I travel, whenever I'm traveling back to my hometown. And whenever I meet anyone who might feel that would get benefited, I distribute these menstrual cups.
From your own money, huh? You bought them yourself?
Initially, I got it from my own money. Later, UPS tied up with the one of the brand, which is Sirona, and they were kind enough. They gave us certain units of menstrual cup. We distributed those cups, and now what I do is on my personal basis. So I order it from Amazon, 5 or 6 units, and I keep it with me. And whenever I meet anyone, so we have conducted multiple drives, even in the slum areas. So there is a slum area in Rispana, and I have gone there and distributed those menstrual cup to those ladies who are dwellers of those slum area. And I'm happy to share that they are still using it. I mean, uh,
I mean,
housekeeping staff at UPS
excuse
is
my
using.
excuse my ignorance. I'm totally unaware of menstrual cups, as probably it should be. But do they have to be replaced after some time? Is it like a long-term instrument device, or does it have to be replaced?
It's like a cup,
Yeah, but
and
how long does it
it
work?
the life for the cup, if it is kept in a proper condition, you just have to sterilize it, just like the
Okay.
milk bottles of the infants.
Yeah.
So it long for 5 to 6 good years.
Okay, fine. So it's not like a regular cost to the users.
No.
It's not monthly cost or anything like that. It's just
Nothing.
that's good,
Nothing.
because then it would
Nothing.
be a concern whether they can actually afford it. But what you're saying is that if you gift it once, then they don't have to worry about it. Okay, thank you so much. I mean, I'm just ignorant. Okay, so let's continue.
Yeah. And later, because I am very keen and I am really related to, and I don't know, but I really feel happy when I'm able to give back to the society. Somehow I feel that we are all blessed, and giving back to the society should be one of the main goal of our life.
Yeah.
So this thing, and before this, when I started menstrual hygiene campaign, or you can say this initiative drive, during COVID. So when COVID happened, one of my very dear friend, Dr. Juhi Garg, she approached me that if we can raise funds for one of the animal welfare here in Dehradun, Doon Animal Welfare, because they were in need of fund that time, and because it was COVID time, and they didn't have enough fund to cater the need of the cattle they had, and animals, stray dogs, and all those animals. So I thought, why not? Let's try. So I started a very small initiative through WhatsApp. Like, I asked my friends, family member, if they can give me 5 rupee and like that. And so happy to share that many people, my friends, my family members, my mom especially, and friends from colleagues from UPES contributed, and we were able to raise around 2 lakhs for that particular organization, and we donated the feed for the cattle. Later, while I was doing all these things, I was raising crowdfunding through crowdfunding. I got connected with, and then I started it through LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter. I started crowdfunding, and we later did it for the villagers of Uttarakhand, those who were in very extreme area where the government aid was not reaching to them. And they didn't have access to anything that time. So me and my mom, she decided that let's go. So we started initially through our own fund. I guess it was around 10,000 or 20,000. My mom and we had a group of young students from HNB Garhwal University. So we all came together in one of the houses. We prepared the ration kit and went to the villages. And to my surprise, when we reached one of the village, the lady there, she said, I thought that they would be happy that we are there. But the lady there, she said that take back. We don't need it. We don't need the rice and wheat flour and whatever stuff you have. I said, why? So she said that we don't have water. We don't have electricity. I mean, how will I cook it?
Yeah.
I guess that was the turning point for me. I mean, because again, as I said, we are so blessed. We have never seen, I mean, many people have never seen those shortcomings in their life where we don't have access to water, clean water, electricity, basic needs, right? So that lady, I mean, that conversation is still while I'm talking to you, I can fairly imagine that lady standing in front of me and telling me that take it back, you don't need it. So when we came back, and I mean, that day turned my life. I discussed this incident with a lot of my friends that time, that how blessed we are. And from that day, I don't know what happened, but I started counting my blessings. So whenever I used to pass by my block in university, if I'm going from one classroom to another classroom, I used to turn off all the lights if there is any classroom where sprinkling, or otherwise I used to give my students brownie point for turning off the lights, fan, which is which we are not using. And if there is any water wastage happening, I would myself go and just turn it off. And many times the gardener in the university would say, "Ma'am, हमने जानबूझ के खोला था because we want to have we want to water the plants nearby."
Right.
So like that. So it's like that.
Well, let me just tell you something that I heard in one of my Vidpeds from a person in Kumau, in the upper part. He said, "Sir, there are ghost villages here. People have actually abandoned the village. So at least the village you went to, they said there are more than 120 abandoned villages. At least the village you went to, the people were still there. So the situation appears to be rather a big problem. And I don't think anybody's paying attention. What do you think?"
Absolutely, I second that. So in Uttarakhand, if you look at the map, Uttarakhand is divided into two regions. One is Garhwal and another one is Kumaon region.
Right.
And both these regions are facing similar challenge. So youngsters, they don't basically. If you look at farming is one of the basic. Initially, earlier days, it was farming through which people were earning money. But now no one want to do it because either they don't get paid for it, and there are so many wild animals in those villages, and monkeys, and so many wild animals, and they would hamper all the agricultural produce there. And also people don't want to do agriculture. They don't want to practice agriculture. They are not I would say valuing the produce which is grown there. And that's something very bad because as a Uttarakhandi or as a Gadwali, I would say we call people who are from other states, that outsiders are identifying the potential in these areas. They are growing. They are hiring farmers from other states. They are coming. They are doing farming there. And they are selling those produce in the name of Himalayan, say for example, Himalayan produce, organic, despite the fact they are organic or not. We don't know that.
Okay. Well, let me tell you about, in this connection, let me tell you an ongoing activity of one of the sons of my friends in the US. So both his parents are Indian, but he is born in the US. He actually went to Kumaon, and I think in Champawat. Champawat is a place there, right? It's not in the upper north part, a little bit southern part. He went there to work with an NGO, but then he decided to set up tea plantation there with a cooperative, which the farmers will own, or they actually own. And he has got them a gift of a tea processing plant. Because when you grow tree, the profits aren't there. When you process it, that's where the extra money is. So he's very, very energetic and very hardworking. And he sells it as Himalayan tea. He also has tea from Nepal. But the profits really are shared with the farmers. And it takes 4 or 5 years for new tea plants to come to an age where you can pluck the leaves. And I asked him that, why can't you put some of the young people that you're working with to me, and I'll do a Vidped with them to ask what their dreams are? He said, so both their dreams are to get out. what are you going to ask them? Because they'll say, look, I just want to get out because there is not that much hope in this place, even though he's working so hard and he's got, you know, Young Mountain Tea. That's the name of his company, Young Mountain Tea. And he said it's not really a booming place at all in any way. So it's really unhappy to hear that all these problems are there and people are trying, but doesn't seem to work. Anyway, let's hear more from you. I was just thought that, you're saying people are coming from outside. Well, he is coming from outside because his parents are not, though they are Indian, they're not from Uttarakhand. But he just happened to be there, and he said to me that, look, when they started growing tea in Darjeeling, they were also growing it in Uttarakhand. And actually, you can see the 100-year-old plants there. But it was too far to take to Kolkata, and Darjeeling was closer, and that was the export point. And the British were ruling India through Kolkata, not that time, not through Delhi. So Darjeeling tea became famous, but there's no real difference between Darjeeling tea and Uttarakhand tea and Nepali tea because they're all grown in similar mountainous soil. So he's trying very hard to make a difference. And I've also done Vidpeds with several, at least 2 young people in Uttarakhand one is trying to sell hemp from Kumaon. Kumaon Khand is his company's name. And another is looking to do in public health. So there are young people who are looking to do things, but the efforts look too small to me to make an impact.
Yeah.
So I just thought I'll add it before you continue. Let's continue.
Yeah. Just convey my thanks to the boy who is working here in Uttarakhand, because I really feel very happy whenever anyone think of contributing to uplift the life of the people in mountains. And literally, I mean, though it might look a very small effort, but yes, it's a it has significant impact in the lives of those who don't know about the outside world. So yeah.
Okay.
So like what you were saying, so I started a small startup, Millet Station. And it was a very humble initiative, which I started along with my master's student 2 years back. So again, because I was going for outreach activities, because I'm a nutritionist, and as a part of my curriculum, I take my students to the field. I take them to the Anganwadi centers, to villages, to ICDS nearby, and tell them that how the real life is, how we can contribute to the nutritional status perspective of those people in the community. And giving them the real life experience of how we can contribute to their health and other aspects. Okay. So while I was doing all these things, I got connected with a lot of people who are producing local products, but they don't have access to the potential customers. Yeah. So we started a millet station startup where we started procuring millets, a finger millet, if you know, ragi, because 2023 was International Year of Millet, and everyone was talking about millet. So we started procuring those millets from these small farmers, and they were majorly women farmers. And we started making bakery products out of it, and then we sold them in Dehradun in different events. So Virasat is one of the very popular fair in Dehradun. So I was very fortunate that because I am a localite and my title is Rawat, so I got a lot of help within Dehradun, and we did a lot of good work. And whatever purchase people did, we donated part of that profit to those female workers. Yeah. Till date, wherever I go, I mean, wherever I visit in villages or whatever places, I ask them if they have anything they want to sell it. So I share their QR codes with the people. I don't take any profit because I have a job.
Yeah.
I'm getting paid for what I do. But I really want to contribute in whatever way. With I mean, it is a small initiative, but I feel very happy whenever I'm able to connect these people with with potential customers, whether it's in my university, my friends, my colleagues, or in the society where I live.
Mm.
So that way, I am connected, and I really love it. I mean, I really see myself in future having an NGO which is working for female workers for their upliftment and selling local produce from Uttarakhand, which are actually organic and from Uttarakhand, not just the label that it is organic and from Uttarakhand.
Okay.
So,
That's
and
a good
apart
dream.
from
That's a
this,
good dream to have. I like that dream. I like it. So let's continue.
and talking about the research area, because I am a nutritionist, so I have been working as a nutritional consultant for many of the NGOs in Dehradun, which have projects. From the latest consultancy work I did was for HESCO, which is one of the organization NGO in Dehradun, and other two organizations, Aman and TPBS in Uttarkashi and Chamoli, respectively. And I worked as a nutritional consultant, and we studied the nutritional status of the infants in these different districts. There were certain blocks, and we studied how the different demographic area they produce is impacting the nutritional status, because females here in hilly areas, they are anemic, and what is their eating pattern, how we can uplift it. And then now we have compiled those data and have presented it to the state government in Uttarakhand. And now we are looking at how the ration which is given every month to these beneficiaries who are below poverty line, and whoever is eligible to avail, how we can modify those beneficiaries ration and include more of protein in their diet, carbs in their diet, and other micronutrients. Also, I am proud to share that I have established a technical support unit, first technical support unit of Uttarakhand, which is funded by a United Nations World Food Program, and which is working closely with the state government initiative of distributing ration to the people who are below poverty line. And I mean, there are different criterias, and providing midday meal. So the midday meal which is provided, because again, as I said, that the nutritional status of the people in Uttarakhand is not that good. I mean, they are not having balanced diet. They don't have access to fruits, I would say. Right? They do not value the local produce.
Yeah.
However, what they produce, we people sitting in towns, we die to have those products.
Yeah.
So this project, where UPES, this technical support unit is established in UPES, and we go to the communities, we reach out to the fair price shop, that is ration, we call it ration shop.
Yeah.
We go to the rice go downs. We visit different centers, schools where midday meal is being provided, and Anganwadi centers, and sensitize people about the fortified rice which they are getting.
Yeah.
So government has initiated this concept where they are providing fortified rice to the beneficiaries to uplift their nutritional status. And the rice which is given is fortified with iron, vitamin B12, and folic acid, which is very important for adolescent girls, pregnant ladies, for infants, and overall, in general, these nutrients are very vital. And so this was the latest project which I was handling at UPES. And I've gone 2 places. And again, while I was doing this project, because I have that project in my mind where I connect all the small scale farmers, and whenever I go to all these places, I share within my groups WhatsApp community that if anyone need anything from this particular village, this particular like you go to Harshil. Harshil is very famous for its rajma, kidney beans, and apples as well. So they produce some of the byproducts from apple jam, apple chutney, pickles. So I would drop the I drop message in the group that if you need anything, I can bring it, and they directly pay to the farmer. So that is what I really enjoy doing, apart from what I do as a researcher and as an academician.
Okay, I have 2 points. First, please, and I read your post. Please tell us about your brother.
Yeah, I would love to talk about him. I mean, last month he received Kirti Chakra from President of India.
Oh, you have to tell us his rank, his stuff. You know, tell us. I know, but viewers don't know. So please tell us
about him, right?
Yes. So he's a major, or what is his rank? What did he do? Please tell us.
Okay. So his name is Major Digvijay Singh Rawat, and he is 21 Para Special Forces, and he received Kirti Chakra for killing the terrorist who was planning an attack on one of the leader of India, a very famous. I think I can name it. It was Amit Shah. So because he was in a visit to Manipur, there were so many, there was a lot of disturbance in Manipur last year, and he is deployed there. So, and also when he was posted earlier to Manipur, he was posted in Jammu and Kashmir. There also, he operated he had led many operations there, and had really done wonderful job there. So, I mean, we cannot discuss about that very much openly, but yeah.
Okay.
So,
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations. I'm really happy. I saw it on LinkedIn and I was very happy to read it. Okay. So thank you about that. And let's hear a little bit about Banasthali. I think people don't know about it. So let's hear a little bit about it.
Yeah, I mean, Banasthali is a second home to me. So while I was growing up, as I told you, my initial years, I was with my mom. My mom was posted in a village, that is Sumari. And I had spent my initial 4 to 5 years in Sumari. And my mom, when she used to go to the college, the villagers, they used to take care of me. So there were Anganwadis. I would be in my mom would drop me to the Anganwadi center. And then later, whoever want to pick me up or play with me would take me to their home. And then whenever my mom used to come back from college, I would go back to home. Later, when I came back for education, of course, I had to come back to Srinagar with my dad and my brother. They both were staying in Srinagar. And when I was in 10th standard, that young age where you want to go far off your house and you don't want to see your family members nearby, because at that age, I guess they are your biggest enemy. So I decided that no matter what, I would study hard so that after 10th, I could go and live in hostel.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen. I mean, my mom said no to it. But after 12th, my mom, because it was my mother's dream to pursue her higher studies from Banasthali, but due to certain situations, she was not able to go there because her father wanted her to be there, but my grandfather, he's passed away, and then my mom, she thought that, I mean, I am the way through which she can fulfill his dream. So I landed up in Banasthali Vidped. And the very first day when I was there, I mean, I don't know what the vibes of Banasthali Vidped are, so that you will fall in love with that place. So my parents were there. They were a little bit skeptical whether I would be able to stay without them or not. So very first day I said, I will stay in hostel. You go to the guest house. And I was so happy. I got so many friends. And I don't know whether you have been to Banasthali or not, or you have heard about it.
I've heard about it.
It's a August University, which was situated in Rajasthan. I mean, it is towards the Tonk district, and approx 62 to 72 kilometers from Jaipur towards Kota access. And so yeah, that's it. So I mean, the very first day I decided I won't be staying with my parents. I was so happy to be with my friends, and that time when I was there in 2008, when I went there for pursuing my undergrad, there were around 16,000 plus students. So they have all the courses now. They have started with medical as well, and media, and so many courses. And also they have the school. So small kids from 6th standard onwards, they come to Banasali. And I mean, I'm very fortunate, very lucky, and grateful to my parents that they sent me to Banasali. And when I was there, I don't know about the rules and regulations right now there, but we were not allowed to use mobile phones. So it was a complete different world. And we used to wear khadi dresses. I mean, we were allowed to wear only suits, khadi suits. So though it was there were so many restrictions, but those restrictions never felt like restrictions. I mean, I enjoyed, and I think that was one of the major reasons I didn't want to leave Banasali. That's why I pursued PhD, so that I can get extra time.
Yeah.
I could get extra time to spend there. Okay. And the most important thing about Banasali Vidyapeeth is that they have Panchmukhi Shiksha, which they believe in physical development, moral development, and spiritual development, apart from academic development and all those things. And there were so many activities which I learned there, from swimming, horse riding, and whatnot. I mean, I represented Banasali because I am a table tennis player. So I represented Banasali in state level and national level tournaments, and got a lot of opportunity. I mean, there are ample of courses, with very minimal fee, I would say, and different things, classical dance instruments, different instruments which I never even heard of. So yeah, that was my life at Banasali, which I miss till date.
Okay, thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to add here?
I guess we have discussed everything about whatever was major, or I can say striking events in my life till date.
Okay, good. So let's end it here. I want to talk to you offline, but let's end it here. And thank you for being here. It was really a pleasure to hear about, your social activities, Banasthali, your brother. All these are inspiring things, I'm sure. So let's end it here. I'll be back with another young person or an expert soon. Bye, everybody.